So it would be a crime against our community to close any more beds in Ealing Hospital. And obviously we're going to keep on fighting. But today is also a day of a celebration. It's a day of some speeches. It's also a day for cake. I hope everyone's had a good look at our lovely cake. Courtesy of, we had to pay, but from Paul's in Southall. We like to keep it local. We will hopefully be joined by some of the doctors. They're going to try and come in little shifts to come and join us. We have got some people here from Mental Health Trust. Not all health workers will want to speak because actually they're at work and they're a bit concerned obviously that the management might not approve of them being here. So this is Virendra Sharma's speech. The NHS is a national symbol of decency. It stands for the country we want to be, one where wealth does not dictate healthcare. But the Tory government is letting our NHS down. It is underfunding the NHS and running services into the ground. Locally we have lost facilities, wards that we raise money for and campaign to keep open. Ealing Hospital is facing with a downgrade akin to a closure. Bureaucrats, not local people, are deciding what NHS services are provided locally, and we need our local hospital. We have already lost the Charlie Chaplin ward for children. We have lost the maternity ward where my grandchildren were born. Now we are facing losing the blue light emergency services, and along with that we are expecting to lose around 200 beds. What will be left at Ealing Hospital? We are being let down by the government. On this, the 69th birthday of the NHS, it is more important than ever that those of us who care fight for the NHS and fight to protect Ealing Hospital. No more babies will be born in Ealing Hospital. What will the extra travel time to Charing Cross or Northwick Park mean for local people? We already have some of the worst waiting times in the country, but the government is intent on closing more wards. We must fight to save what we went, and I, that is Virendra Sharma, am proud to stand here, as I am as well, with everyone today to fight for our national health service. Great speech, Virendra. He is Dr. Onka Sahota. He is the GLA member for Ealing and Hillingdon. He's also been a good friend of Ealing Save Our NHS, and of course he's also an Ealing GP. So let's have a big hand for Onka.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you and all your supporters of the Ealing Save Our NHS for organising this event. And we are this afternoon, celebrating 69 years of the establishment by Labour government of the NHS. 1948, 5th July, this was established. The biggest achievements post-war, the biggest achievement in social reform and welfare of any developed country. And the NHS is the, if it's said, is the religion of the UK, of the United Kingdom, then it's also appropriate. It's there to help us in our need. It's there to help us when no one else can help us, and we turn to it every time. The NHS is the crown jewel of the United Kingdom and of our society. So it's right that we should celebrate it, and we should be celebrating it not only for what it does for us, but also to thank all the people who work in the NHS, the nurses, the doctors, the healthcare professionals, and all the admin staff. So this is a great institution, a great beacon of public health, and I think it's correct that we should celebrate it. I'm really pleased that I'm delighted to be joined by local councillors, Councillor Casey Moore, Councillor Rajinder Maan, Councillor Gurmeet Maan, Mrs. Deer, Hidr Taylor. I'm sure I'm going to miss someone, Mrs. Gurmeet Maan, Councillor Ranjit Deer, and also Councillor Bagga, and Councillor Nida, and Councillor Aisha Raza. Any other councillors? But this is true, and Councillor Padda. I said that already. But this is in true community spirit, members of the local council representing the local community, representing the local population, celebrating the NHS and joining us. So thank you very much for this. But also, we do also mourn at the cuts of the NHS in the NHS. The NHS has the lowest spend of GDP of any European country. We spend something like 7% of our GDP on the NHS, whilst the rest of Europe spends 11%. We have the lowest ratio of beds to population, the lowest ratio of doctors to the population, and in the work of Mark Porter, the BMA council chair, he said the NHS is now being run on fumes, and it's being squeezed by the NHS, and the NHS staff being squeezed. The morale of the doctors and nurses is very low. But despite all those cuts, despite low morale, they come in day in and day out, do the very best they can with the limited resources they have. And this, I was on LBC recently, and they said to me, when I was speaking, there should be more expenditure. They said to me, and where will this money come from? Will it come from the money tree? And I said, this money will come from the same tree that gave £1 billion bung to the DUP to keep up this democratic government which is decaying to the roots. And we need to bring down this government. We need to bring down this alliance between the DUP and the Tory party, so that we can properly fund the NHS, which is for the people, by the people, owned by the people, and we should stop all this paralysation. This is our NHS. This is why we come in day out and day out fight for it. And I want to thank all of you activists who've been on this long campaign, who've been on this campaign, it's taken many years, but we will not give up. This is our fight to fight. Bevan said, 1948, he said, this NHS will survive as long as good people will fight for it. You are the good people who are fighting for it. Keep up the fight. Thank you very much.
Where's Hitesh? Hitesh. I never know how to introduce you. So it's Hitesh Taylor. You are chair of the Cabinet Member for Health and Adult Social Care.
Thank you, Eve. As she said, I've been let out of my cage today because Julian's away in Bournemouth, so I get the privilege of representing the council. So I won't do what I'm doing here, just name check every councillor. He's already done that, and I think we've got that on camera now as well. I just want to say, first of all, happy birthday to the NHS. Okay. As I said, good to have Collins, but also I think as Virendra also outlined, thank the campaigners who've been here week in, week out, day in, day out actually for the last 4 or 5 years, fight to save our hospital services, not just in Ealing but also in Charing Cross and Hammersmith and Central Middlesex. It's been across all 4 sites across West London. And of course we have been joined by Hammersmith Council, particularly since 2014 when it returned the Labour Council. ONCA and the GLA, and as well as the local MPs, have been very much behind this campaign, and we know it became an issue very much in Ealing Central and Acton in the recent general election campaign as well. In fact, it blew up in the Tories' faces, hence why Rupert ended up with 14,000 majority. And but, however, as we pointed out, unfortunately the general election result means that the prospect of closures still remain on the table. And that's why this campaign continues and will continue until those prospect of closures are off. We as a council, we hosted an event in February where 500 people turned up, made it very clear their views on what they felt about these closures. And in April as a cabinet, we agreed what the next steps will be in terms of what the council will do. We will continue to oppose these closures. We will continue to oppose the downgrading of Ealing Hospital, and Ealing Labour and Ealing Council will do the most that you can do to oppose that going forward, despite the threats we've had from the NHS over the last 2 or 3 months. However, our campaign is not just about buildings and services themselves, it's also about getting better services and also for more money for adult social care as well, because the two go hand in hand, health and adult social care. So that's what we want, and that's why Jeremy Corbyn, the Labour Party, I think promised £38 billion in the recent general election, and I think we need to fight, and that's where Virendra is, I guess, to fight to make sure we get those extra money for it. But today, it's not just the NHS birthday today, it's also its 80th birthday for spam, apparently. So that's why I read today. So anybody eats spam? I don't, but anyway. We celebrate the NHS because clearly we value the services that we have. You know, we need it when we're ill, we need it because if we're in accidents or recovering from an injury. That's why we value the NHS. And also, as he's pointed out, I think some staff and doctors have come along shortly. I think it's about them as well. And given Brexit in mind, the NHS can't survive without migrants in terms of the workforce. We need those, irrespective of British or from abroad, those staff that we desperately need. Just one sad note, I guess, because yeah, it is my birthday today. Actually, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hitler. Happy birthday to you.
Look, what I was going to say, look, it's quite sad because actually this is the first day, my first birthday without my father who passed away in February. I'm probably a bit old, but I know every year your parents ring you on your day to say wish you a happy birthday, and you kind of forget that. But I just really, although he passed away in Milton Keynes Hospital, it's just the fact I do thank the staff, and I did thank those who looked after him while he was in their care as well. Because I know 12 years previously when he was in Luton Hospital he had the same issues, and they brought him back then as well. So that's why we all have personal tales, we all have personal stories of why we want the NHS to stay, and I hope it has many more birthdays to come. Not a survival, it may be getting old, but I think it needs to get to a dinosaur age before it eventually does pass away. Anyway, that's what I want to say, but thank you very much for listening, and thank you for the greetings as well. Thank you.
So I'm going to ask our next speaker, Raj Gill. I think most people here know Raj. Raj is from the West London Unite community branch and obviously a big fighter for the NHS. So Raj.
Thank you, Eve. First of all, well done for everybody's turning up. We turn up every year and throughout the year to support our NHS and support Ealing Hospital. It was wonderful for the local community to be engaged and for the trade union to be supporting us. And I dream about Bevin and Corbyn standing beside us here and fighting our corner. I know Jeremy is doing his best in terms of protecting the NHS. So I got no further thing to say except to sing "Oh Jeremy Corbyn." Oh Jeremy Corbyn. Come on guys. Oh Jeremy Corbyn. Oh Jeremy Corbyn. And happy birthday to NHS. Thanks.
Thanks, Raj. I'm just going to do a quick song. Do we love our NHS? Yes. Right, let's try that again. Do we love our NHS? Yes. Do we love our NHS? Yes. Do we love our NHS? Yes. Love our NHS? Love our NHS? Yes, we do. Right, you're obviously not yet ready for some singing, a bit later. Shall we have some cake?
Yeah. I brought some this night as well.
What happened to the cake night?
Can't pick it
I'm stand by the cake, is it?
Biggest cake I ever see.
Stand by the cake.
Just doing a picture. I think we should get Hitesh to come.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Come this way.
I'm 69.
Yeah.
I was 29. What's happening? What's happening? Irene?
Taylor, you are only 18.
Ah, here it is.
Just to say, everybody, on the stall over there is a big birthday card, which we're going to give to some of the
Everybody
hospital
sign
staff
the cards,
later on.
she's just said.
Okay.
Please take a minute to write something on that birthday card.
Don't you need them?
Is there?
Who's ready for the cake?
We all are here.
Happy birthday,
NHS.
Happy birthday to you.
It's looking pretty good. You better save us a big corner bit, Irene. One with extra cream on it.
To say a few words, Claire Millar has been one of the stalwarts of our campaign. She's also had a very distinguished career in the NHS. She's one of the many fantastic people that have strived to keep our NHS to make it the wonderful thing it is. She was indeed an emeritus professor before she retired, and she's very modest.
She is very modest. Very modest.
Thank you all. Yes, I worked for the NHS all my working life and I absolutely loved it. And I didn't actually even want to retire at 65, I'm now 82. But I will put my last... You have to put it... Right. My last ounce of life into making sure the NHS stays free and Now, just a few words. This is a new era. We're developing and improving health for all by the NHS team at the point of need is no longer the priority. What is? Cost saving. Not only does the current government want a smaller state, it also wants a smaller NHS. The private sector now runs 13 billion of our services. In fact, the private sector would not stay afloat but for the work funded by the NHS, e.g. BMI health insurance. The removal of maternity, inpatient and blue light paediatric care is not what constitutes better care for Ealing residents. For example, Ealing Hospital had an integrated pregnant combined diabetic clinic with diabetic and obstetric consultants, midwife and dietitian working together. Disbanded. A clinic still exists, so it is stated in North West London Maternity Service Review. How does this function when women are delivered in 5 out-of-borough hospitals? This is not integration, this is fragmentation. I have a particular concern that affected me. Non-urgent hospital consultation referrals are no longer under the control of your GP. There is a filter, the referral facilitation service, that reviews and may reject the advice of your GP. For example, a hip replacement operation may be rejected and instead advice adding more painkillers, losing weight and referred for physiotherapy. A 13-week wait. The facilitation service is outsourced by the Ealing CCT to Optum Health Solutions, a USA-based company. They train, employ and pay local GPs to vet your GP letter because, as stated by a member of the Mill Hill surgery, referrals are so complicated, GPs are not able to make the correct decisions. Proper training of GPs putting back power where it belongs should be the way forward. The Optum profit could be reinvested in the NHS. Yes. Hip replacement is most cost effective. Before mine, I was in pain, woke up at night, walking with a stick was painful and draining. All my independent activities like this one became limited. 2 years since replacement, I have no pain, require no medication, and can walk up to 12 miles, including the march to Westminster Square. Yay! Pain reduces mobility, leading to less exercise, leading to underused weak muscles, leading to unsteadiness, and leading to falls resulting in a fractured hip. The latter does not have the same good outcomes. The North West London Collaboration Group are now threatening to cut hospital and community services if £27 million per year are not saved on prescribed or over-the-counter medicines. Do not let this happen. We are one of the richest countries and spend less on health than most European countries. Why is this?
Are you up for a little bit of singing? We'll give it a try. Has everyone got a sheet?
No. You've got to put more money in your car.
No. It's a birthday, you have to sing. Sure. I've forgotten the words on the first one. It's a jolly good service. I've forgotten the words on the first one, guys, but it's a jolly good service, and so say all of us, isn't it? How's that go? Right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, our NHS. Happy birthday to you. For it's a jolly good service. For it's a jolly good service. For it's a jolly good service. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. For it's a jolly good service, and so say all of us. That wasn't too bad, was it? People who live round here are in for a big surprise when half of Ealing Hospital will vanish before their eyes. They'll have to travel some miles away and queue for care for nearly a day. Today's the day we're standing up to protest. Not bad words, really, are they? I've got the, health worker. Fancy, should we keep going? Oh, here come the health workers! Hooray! Just in time for our singing. Woo! I think we should give them a huge clap. Come on, everyone. Woo! Woo! Come on. Fantastic, come closer, come on.
We're here for the cake.
We've also got some cake. And we just were about to sing a song called The Health Worker.
Alright, let's have the health worker song.
The Health Worker song? Now you're singing it with us.
Alright, has everyone got the health worker song?
Well, do the health worker. You're going to take some photos.
Come on through.
Are we ready for the health worker song? And then I think the health workers better have some cake. Right. It's a tune called The Wild Rover. I'll lead. It goes. I've been a health worker for many a year. I've worked for low money, shed many a tear. And now they are closing West London A&Es. They've closed paediatric and maternity, singing nay, no, never, nay, never, no more. Will we give up our hospitals? No, never, no more. We'll join up and protest. We'll shout and we'll scream. We'll tell the health minister he's living in dreams. Around the whole country, our movement grows strong. We'll fight for our hospitals no matter how long. So listen, you bankers, you rich privateers, hands off a health service, you're not welcome here. Singing no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more. Will we give up our hospitals? No, never, no more.
Your doctors, we have an intensive care unit consultant, we have an acute medicine consultant, we have alcohol specialist nurses, we have pharmacists, we have ward clerks, we have secretaries, we have diabetes specialist nurses, we have people from the psychiatry team, we have geriatricians at the back. Basically, we have got representation from all departments in Ealing Hospital who absolutely love working in this hospital. We can't be a hospital without a community to serve. We've always seen how much our community has supported us through very difficult times and probably more difficult times to come. But we are there. We are in that building. We are there, business as usual. We love being there. We love serving this community. There are lots of challenges ahead, but we will continue to do the job we do until the day someone hopefully never tells us to stop doing it. All right, thanks very much.
اور ایلنگ ہاسپٹل کے بھی بہت سے ڈپارٹمنٹ بند ہو چکے ہیں, تو کیا آپ کہیں گے آج 69
ہاں, تو آج ہم لوگ 69th برتھ ڈے NHS کی سیلیبریٹ کر رہے ہیں. اس گورنمنٹ نے تو پوری اپنی کوشش کی ہے کہ NHS نہ رہے اور بند ہو جائے اور بالکل ختم ہو جائے. ہمارے پیچھے جو یہ ہسپتال ہے یہ بالکل ختم ہو جائے. مگر یہاں کی اتنی ساری جو کمیونٹی ہم لوگ سب یہاں آ جا کے سیلیبریٹ کر رہے ہیں ہمارے NHS کی ورکرز کو کہ وہ کتنی ان مشکلات کے باوجود کتنے اچھے جاب کر رہے ہیں اور کتنے اچھی سروس لوگوں کو دیتے ہیں. دیکھیں میرا ہاتھ بالکل ٹھیک کر دیا ہم لوگوں نے. تو ہمارے لیے تو یہ بالکل سب سے بڑی چیز ہے کہ یہاں کی جو ہیلتھ سروس ہے وہ ہماری سب سے بگیسٹ ہیومینٹی ہے. ہم لوگ کی ریلیجن کی طرح ہے اس کنٹری میں. تو کیونکہ جیسے آپ پیدا ہوتے ہیں ہم مرتے تک یہ ہماری جو ہیلتھ سروس ہے آپ کا خیال رکھتی ہے. تو ایسا کرنا چاہیے کہ ہم بھی ہماری ہیلتھ سروس کا خیال رکھیں اور آپ جتنا بھی آپ اپنا پریشر ڈال سکتے ہیں اپنے پولیٹیکل لوگوں پہ, اپنے MPs پہ, اپنے لوکل کاؤنسلز پہ اور جائیں اور ٹیک پارٹ کریں. اور جتنے یہ پروٹیسٹ ہو رہے ہیں ابھی لگتا ہے کہ ہر ہفتے کوئی نہ کوئی پروٹیسٹ ہوتا ہے, مگر یہ بہت امپورٹنٹ چیز ہے کیونکہ اگر آپ یہ اس میں حصہ نہیں لیں گے لگے گا کہ آپ خوش ہیں جیسے حالات چل رہے ہیں کہ سب چیز بند ہو رہی ہے. تو پلیز آپ سب لوگ بہت زیادہ ہماری سپورٹ کریں. اس گورنمنٹ کو تو بالکل آپ بتائیں کہ آپ ناخوش ہیں کیونکہ جیسے یہ حالات چل رہے ہیں تو یہ کوشش پوری جا رہی ہے کہ NHS کو بیچ ڈالیں. تو ہمیں آپ کو ہیلپ کریں.
جی شکریہ. اس ٹائم میں موجود ہوں ساؤتھ ہال کے ایلنگ ہاسپٹل کے سامنے جہاں پہ آج 69ویں برتھ ڈے NHS کی منائی جا رہی ہے. اور میں دیکھ رہا ہوں کہ یہاں پہ کافی زیادہ پیرا میڈیکل سٹاف تھا, ڈاکٹرز کا بھی سٹاف تھا. اس کے علاوہ وہ لوگ بھی مجھے یہاں پہ نظر آئے جو ایلنگ ہاسپٹل اور NHS کو سیو کرنا چاہ رہے ہیں. اور اس ٹائم میرے ساتھ موجود ہے ڈاکٹر عائشہ رضا جو ایلنگ کونسل میں کونسلر بھی ہیں اور جو NHS کی سیو کی ایک کمپین سٹارٹ ہوئی ہے اس میں بھی کافی زیادہ یہ ایکٹیو بھی ہیں. ان سے پوچھنا چاہیں گے کس قسم کے کٹس ہیں, کس قسم کی پرابلمز ہیں جو اس ٹائم NHS کے حوالے سے لوگوں کو ان کا مشکلات کا سامنا کرنا پڑ رہا ہے. لوگ بھی نظر آئے اور ہمیں یہ بھی نظر آئے کہ NHS بلکہ ہاسپٹل کا اسٹاف بھی یہاں پہ اس میں پارٹیسپیٹ کیا. تو کیا سمجھ رہی ہے کس قسم کے پریشانی ہیں آپ کو NHS کے حوالے سے جو کٹس آ رہے ہیں عوام اس علاقے میں رہ رہے ہیں؟
اس علاقے میں تو جیسے A&E بھی ڈاؤن گریڈ کر رہے ہیں اور میٹرنٹی سروسز یہاں سے اب ہٹ چکی ہیں, چلڈرن کی جو پیڈیاٹرک سروسز ہیں وہ ہٹ چکے ہیں. تو آہستہ آہستہ یہ لوگ کی کوشش ہے کہ سارے جو ڈپارٹمنٹس ہیں ان کو ختم کرتے کرتے اس کو ڈاؤن گریڈ کر دیں. تو ابھی جیسے یہاں ڈسٹرکٹ جنرل ہے وہ نہیں, تو یہ لوگ چاہ رہے ہیں کہ سینٹرلائز کر کے ایک بڑا ہاسپٹل جیسے ہمارا وہ نوکری پارک ہو جائے گا. مگر یہاں سے نوکری پارک پہنچنے میں کوئی 3 گھنٹے لگ جاتے ہیں, اتنی ٹریفک ہوتی ہے. تو لوگ یہاں کی جو کمیونٹی ہے وہ چاہ رہی ہے کہ یہ ڈسٹرکٹ جیسے ہے ویسے.
یہ بتائیں کہ جنرل الیکشن ہے ہمارا ٹھیک ہے, وہ صرف الیکشن میں وعدے کیے تھے کہ NHS کو ہم سیو کریں گے, اس میں ہم پارٹی کو واپس کریں گے. کیا آپ سمجھ گئے کہ ایسا
دیکھیں یہ بریکسٹ میں بھی انہوں نے بس کے سائڈ پہ لکھ کے رکھا کہ کتنے پیسے ہمارے جتنے بچیں گے یورپین یونین کے لیے وہ بھی سارے NHS پہ جائیں گے. ابھی دیکھیں ٹریزا مے نے £1 بلین سیدھے سیدھے اپنی سیٹ خریدی ہے, اپنے پوزیشن خریدی ہے کہ وہ TUP کو پیسے دیے ہیں کہ ہم جی ہمارے ساتھ ہو. تو جب یہ تو حالات ہیں تو کہیں نہ کہیں سے £1 بلین کہاں سے آئے اور یہ NHS کو کیوں نہیں کیا گیا اگر تھے. تو یہ بہت سی چیزیں جو ہے وہ اب جھوٹ ثابت ہو رہی ہیں کہ جو ان لوگ نے الیکشن میں جنرل الیکشن میں جو باتیں یہاں لوکل جو کیمپین الیکشن کے کینڈیڈیٹس کھڑے ہوئے تھے انہوں نے اتنے بڑے بڑے جھوٹ بولے NHS کے. تو جو لیبر پارٹی ہے اور ابھی ہمارے جتنا شروع سے بھی یہ مینڈیٹ ہے کہ یہ NHS ہم لوگ کی بہت عظیم چیز ہے جس کو ہم لوگ کو بہت اچھے سے دیکھنا چاہیے اور بلکہ اس میں انویسٹ کرنا چاہیے. تو وہ انویسٹمنٹ جو ہے وہ لیبر پارٹی سے ہو رہی ہے. تو اس حوالے سے ابھی جو الیکشن ہے 6 مہینے میں 1 سال میں 2 سال میں جب بھی ہوگا تو ان شاء सालों हम लोग जीतेंगे और इंशाल्लाह NHS की भी बहुत सारी
जी बिल्कुल, मेरे साथ थी डॉक्टर आयशा रज़ा जी यहाँ पे उनका यही कहना था कि जी जनरल इलेक्शन में जो कंजर्वेटिव पार्टीज़ ने NHS के बारे में काफ़ी ज़्यादा दावे किए थे, लेकिन वो सारे कंपेन के दौरान उसको बचाने के लिए हॉस्पिटल को बचाने के लिए बड़े ज़्यादा दावे थे, लेकिन अभी तक इसमें कोई भी अमल होता हुआ नजर नहीं आता। एक ऐसी कम्युनिटी है, एक ऐसा इलाका है जहाँ पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा इश्यूज़ और काफ़ी ज़्यादा अपनी बीमारियों में मुब्तला रहते हैं। तो उसके हवाले से ये ईलिंग हॉस्पिटल एक बड़ा हॉस्पिटल था, जिसकी वजह से इस इलाके के लोग काफ़ी ज़्यादा इससे मुस्तफ़ीद होते थे अपनी सेहत के हवाले से यहाँ पे आते थे। लेकिन अब एक गायनी का और भी दूसरे ऐसे एमरजेंसी का शोबा था, काफ़ी ज़्यादा यहाँ से तब्दील करके दूसरी जगह पर शिफ्ट की जाती है। इस वजह से काफ़ी ज़्यादा यहाँ पे लोगों को मसाइल का सामना यही कहना था कि हम चाह रहे हैं कि जी सेहत के ऊपर NHS के ऊपर जो लोकल MPs हैं वो भी आवाज़ इसकी उठाएं, पार्लियामेंट में उठाएं और कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी को इस चीज़ का बावर दिलाया जाए कि NHS कितना ज़रूरी है आवाम के लिए और इसकी सेहत के लिए।
ਸਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਗੌਰਮੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ NHS ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੱਟਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਰਦਾਸ਼ਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਨਾ ਹੀ ਬਰਦਾਸ਼ਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਦੋਜਹਿਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲੀ ਹੈਗੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੀ ਪਾਲਿਸੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ NHS ਦੀ ਫੰਡਿੰਗ ਵਧਾਈ ਜਾਵੇ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵਧਾਈ ਜਾਣ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਲਸਾ ਕੀਤਾ। ਇੱਥੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੜੀ ਆਵਾਮ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਜ਼ੀ ਭਰੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਸੰਦੇਸ਼ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ। ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਜੀ ਹੈ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਕਾਰ ਸੋਤਾ, ਜਨਰਲ ਅਸੈਂਬਲੀ ਮੈਂਬਰ। ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੋ ਕੌਂਸਲਰ ਨੇ, ਦੋਵੇਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੌਦਾ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ।
ओके मेरा नाम कौंसल जंगल मान और मेरे नाम कौंसल बलबीर मान है। मैं अपने कौंसल ऑफ आज असली हॉस्पिटल के सामने 69 बर्थडे नेशनल हेल्थ मना रहे हैं। 1948 के जो लेबर पार्टी का प्राइम मिनिस्टर एटली सी उन्हें ये स्कीम शुरू की कि जो भी लोग इस कंट्री के अपने टैक्स पे करते हैं उन्होंने फ्री सर्विस मिलेगी। और 69 डेज 69 ईयर्स हो गए इस हेल्थ सर्विस में। पर अफसोस नाल सानूं कहना पैंदा कि जो साडियां प्रेजेंट गौरमेंट ने साडियां कटिंग जिहड़ियां कट कर दित्तियां। मैं इत्थों के चीफ एग्जैक्टिव सवाल पूछा कि 50 ईयर्स अगो ये हॉस्पिटल क्यों खोलिया सी ईलिंग वाला, उन्होंने कोई जवाब नहीं सी आया। सानूं पता कि उहदा मतलब ये कि जो दूजे हॉस्पिटल ज़्यादा प्रैशर पै गया सी, इस करके ये हॉस्पिटल खोलिया सी। ਜਦੋਂ कि ਹੁਣ ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ भी ਵੱਧ रही ਆ, ਸਾਊਥ ਹਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਵਾਂ ਟਾਊਨ ਹੋਰ ਬਣ ਰਿਹਾ, 4,500 ਘਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਗੈਸ ਬੋਰਡ ਵਾਲੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ ਬਣਨੇ ਆ। ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਲੋਕ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਪਰਸੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਟੈਲੀਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੀ, ਮੈਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੋ। ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਡੈਮੋਨਸਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਲੋਕ ਆਉਣ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੈਸਟ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰੀਏ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਨੂੰ ਖੋਲ੍ਹਣਾ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਨਤਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਅਗੇਨ।
बहुत
building here, Ealing Hospital, was absolutely vital to the local community, and I'm proud to continue to support it. We'll oppose the plans to downgrade these services, to remove some vital services in the near future. I'm proud that my council, which I'm responsible for in terms of health, continue to fight those plans going forward as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.